guys, it is BrickLover Brad here, and welcome back to another BrickLink vlog here on the main channel, or maybe the vlog channel. I don't know where this is going to go yet, but basically, I am going to be working in my BrickLink store today, and for the next couple of weeks, but I'm going to make it all in this one video, and this year, I'm really trying to prioritize BrickLink a little bit more in terms of diversifying my funding for my Lego business, and I think BrickLink can play a really integral part in that. It hasn't in these past few years, but I think it could. So in this video, the first, kind of vlog of 2025 for BrickLink, I want to see where I can get to and where I can take this and where I can grow this business, and I'm excited to bring you guys along for the ride. Real quick, but in the last vlog, I did a lot of reorganizing in this room and really just tried to clean it up. My inventory is in such a good place right now. I've got tens of thousands of pieces, all meticulously organized. One thing I want to do is kind of go through these minifigures here because they're a little bit messy. Same with the CMFs, figure out what I've got in there and organize these polybags a little bit more because it's kind of a nightmare anytime somebody orders a set or anything like that. But I'm really happy with that. And at first, though, of course, I do have some Lego sets to part out, and I have had these sets in the backlog to be parted out for months now. And when you have inventory that's not even listed in your store, that is not good for business. So the first order of business today is get those Lego sets parted out and added to the BrickLink store. But this time I have to be more strategic because in the last vlog, I parted sets out and then it took me 6, 7, 8 months to put those parts away in the store. Not this time. New year, new me. So let's get to it. Well, you guys, the table is out, so you must know what that means. It is time to do some BrickLink parting out. Of course, I've talked about it in several vlogs now, but I've got all of these Lego sets right here, and like I've said before, you don't make money on Lego parts when they haven't been parted out yet, and these ones have been sitting here for way too long, so first things first today, I am going to be parting out a couple of my dream sets. So I've got 3 copies of this guy right here, which is 71457, the Pegasus Flying Horse, as well as 3 copies of this one, and all these polybags are going to fall, but 3 copies of 71453, the Izzy and Bunchu, the bunnies. So yeah, gonna part all of these out at once, and it's gonna be good. You guys, I did a crazy thing here today. I started parting out a Lego set, and I completely finished parting it out. And normally, if you're familiar with my other vlogs and BrickLink process, basically what I normally do is I take the Lego set, divide it by color, and then put all the pieces that I don't have in my inventory into lot bags, which are basically these things right here that are like numbered, and that's where my parts actually go. And once I finish putting the parts in that I don't have in my store, what I do with the parts that I do have in my store, I just put in paper brick cups sorted by color, put them on the shelves, and deal with them in like 3 to 6 months. In the last case, earlier this year in January, I was putting away parts that I did in April, so like 8 months ago. But I said in that vlog that it would be new year, new me, and so far it has been. I actually just finished parting out 3 Lego sets, which is it took a while, but I finished parting out 3 Lego sets, and every single piece is away. These are all the new pieces that were just added to my store, which is epic, and every piece that I already had in my inventory is in the inventory. So it's never fun to do that, because I have to go into the BrickLink room right here and go through these, basically one by one and put all of the parts away, but I did it by color, and I did it as I was parting out the set, and I would have to say it was pretty successful. Like, it definitely was not fun to do in the time, but I feel like it saved me a lot of time and just a lot of disorganization in the future. So that's a win. I'm really proud of myself for that. And I'm going to continue along with the part out and part out this Lego Dream set right here. Also realized I was down to my very last small envelope, so I went ahead and ordered another 50 pack here on Amazon, and well, that'll last me 51 orders. It'll actually last me a bit longer than that because not only do I use this size for really small orders, but I also use this size. This is probably the most common size that I use, and I just get these at the dollar store because they're almost the exact same price as buying them in bulk from like Amazon or Uline. And then I also have these larger ones as well that I use less frequently, and again, these ones are also from the dollar store. Now that I've finished parting out the 2 dream sets down here, and I've actually put all of the pieces away as well, and I mean all of the parts, so like even the ones I had in my inventory, instead of, keeping them in paper brick cups in my BrickLink room for weeks, I put them away. I'm really, really proud of myself for doing that. So to reward myself, and is it really rewarding because I'm making myself more work, but I'm going to part out these 3 Ninjago sets right here as well, because I'm trying to see if I can get all my sets parted out so I no longer have a backlog. This is like the weirdest sized bag I've ever seen. Normally Lego bags are square, but this one is like a really weird little rectangle. So I just finished sorting all the parts out there for the Ninjago set right here, and I'm going to start, putting the pieces away into my inventory. But I wanted to take a quick break because I actually just had a really good idea. So I've complained now a little bit how these shelves are right here, and they're really, limiting me walking. Look at, I almost knocked it over. They're limiting me walking in and out of the room. It's actually very annoying. The room is just too cramped, and I just didn't know where to put them. But then I realized, what if I just shifted these bookcases down, and I took these and put them over here? You know, like it would still allow me to pull that drawer out and would still allow me to make better use of these very empty drawers and still access all the shelves. So I'm gonna do some rearranging. Did you guys forget there was a door right here? Sometimes I do. This is my bathroom door. You know, it just goes into the other side of the washroom here. But I haven't opened this door in a really long time, basically ever since I got the couple bookshelves. Fun fact, when I originally moved into this place, that was going to be the door to my Lego room. I was just going to like sneak in there, and I was never ever going to have this door open. That one was going to be permanently locked, and I was going to use that door and just kind of enter through that way, just so I could keep this one shut, always locked, because like half the people, half my friends still don't know about this room. And then I was going to put like bookshelves here. I guess I could technically still do that, but it makes for a cleaner experience for sure, and then that way I don't have to like take people through the bathroom to get into this place. Yeah, okay, you guys, this makes so much more sense. So I was gonna put like the two bookcases right here and then this here, but the door is kind of blocking it, so these would be stuck out a little bit more. But because this door is right there, it fits in very, very nicely. It actually is not that much more stuck out than the bookcases. So I'm gonna put small bags right here, large bags right here, which means I can get rid of these. And these shelves here are things that are for sale. These are things in my personal collection. So I'm going to do some total rearranging and just make this more efficient. But yeah, this is great. All right, I'm continuing to work on the part out, and in the set they actually had these two. Well, they had two per set, so I have a total of 6 of these really cool balls. Like they almost look like bowling balls or something like that. They're really neat. Well, anyway, I put 4 of them in the store. They're, you know, down here somewhere. I put 4 of them there, but I figured, you know what? I want to keep 2 for myself because I think they're pretty cool. They're only 40 cents each, so it's not like it's going to make or break. It's not like they're worth a lot of money and I'm stealing them from the store, but I think they'll be pretty cool to add. So I'm going to go ahead and add them to my minifigure selection right here. I think they go in, yeah, looks like they will go here in this drawer. I wonder what they're for though, but pretty neat. Also, I'm down to the last 4 of the large bags right here. So I'll have to check my notes to see if I have up to bag 1100, and if I do, that means I need to go to the dollar store, start buying a few more of these bins, and I'll probably have to convert this shelf here to overflow storage because yeah, if I'm at 1100 of these large bags, then I need to make sure I have enough room. Right up through 900 is here, and then the next 200 are here, and yeah, I'll have to see, but I'll make some room right there so I can add a few more shoe boxes. So I just checked my notes, and it looks like I only got up to 1051, which means I still have 50 more bags I need to fill before I need to run to the dollar store and buy more things. So I will need to go eventually because this is my last bag of the snack size. I've got a couple bags of these sandwiches. So what I'm going to do right now is, just because I've added a few more parts, I'm completely out of the bags, I'm going to go up and add up to 1100. Alright, great news. So all the parts that were not in my store previously from this recent part out are here in these bins as well. And next up, of course, is just to put all the different parts that are in my store into the actual inventory. Never a fun job because it's a little time consuming, but very important, and I'm doing it before I start the next part out. I'm being good again this year. Also, I am getting a little low on the small bags, but that's okay. I'm up to 2,000. I currently only have up to 2,000 in here as well, but I do have 2 extra bins, which is great. So I will get those prepped for, you know, to basically 2,050 or 2,100, which is not too bad. I will get 2 more bins, and then I might have to figure out an alternate solution if I run out of all of these, because these are getting pretty full. So now I'm going to continue. I cleaned this up a little earlier in the video when I rearranged these shelves right here, but it's kind of messy, so I can do a little bit more work. Oh, this happened again. I'm in the middle of packing orders, and the system went down for their daily, monthly, whatever it is, maintenance. It must go down for like 15 minutes at like 1:45 or something like that. It'll be back on by 2, but I guess in the meantime I can show you the progress I made here in the BrickLink room. So I condensed all of my personal boxes up here. It's a mess. I don't like how that looks, but this shelf is free now because I'm going to buy a couple more shoe boxes for the large lots, and I've just set my best craft organizer right there. These are my own personal parts that need to be put away, and this is all personal stuff as well. I've got all my boxes and storage things right there. These are all sets that are currently for sale. These are all my alternate brick brand sets to part out. Look at me go. I'm so close. I'm going to part these ones out soon. And then these DC ones, part of me like wants to part them out, but another part of me thinks I should just try and sell the set because they're DC. It's pretty cool. I don't remember when this one came out actually. Looks like 2023, so I definitely could probably sell it. This shelf is empty. I just had to find a place for my backdrop. Orders there to be shipped out, and then these are some sets down there I have. So yeah, looking really good. I'm excited and happy with how clean this room looks. Oh, also forgot, added some more boxes up there for my personal and I made it up to almost 2,100 in these small boxes right here. But I don't even really need to write those small bags anytime soon because that's a little bit advanced, but I wanted to get them in for sure. I'm in the dollar store right now, and they do not have the shoe boxes that I need for my BrickLink inventory. This is just going to be like the hunt from last year where they were like discontinued for a while, and I went everywhere trying to find them. So I'll have to be on the lookout now. Good thing I don't really need them right yet. They do have the small Ziploc bags I need, so that's good. They also don't have the bubble mailers that I need, so I guess just the Ziploc bags I'll be getting today. I'll have to go to another Dollar Emma location to try and track this down. I got all of the other pieces from this set put away, the ones that I already had in my inventory. These are just ones that are in too small bags to accommodate any new parts to be added. So I just have to update them and put them in larger bags, and then I think I'm going to try and part out the poly bag. Here are all the poly bags right here. Just as a recap, this one here is set number 30659. I bought these at Black Friday for like $1 or $2 each or something like that. Very good price. I was just sitting here kind of having an internal deliberation. Like, do I want to part out these poly bags or do I just want to sell them whole? And I think I'm going to end up parting them out. I just don't think they'll sell very well. They're only like $3 on BrickLink if you sell them that way, or like maybe 5 or 6 if I'm lucky. But part out value is like 9, which is still not the best, but like not bad. Very good considering I paid $1 for them. So I have 12 of them, and again, I was going to keep them. Like, maybe I should do a challenge. Maybe I should, because everybody loves botanical right now, but like, I'm just gonna part them out. I feel like people would rather have the parts at least. This is what all the Lego parts look like from this poly bag, and of course, this is what the garbage can looks like now that I've just added 12 poly bags to it. Sweet, so all of the parts have officially been added to the store now, so I've got a huge 2 bins actually of parts that need to be put away, which is really awesome. That'll really fill up my inventory. Unfortunately, a lot of the small parts are spread across all of these bins here, so that'll take a little bit longer, but a lot of the large parts are actually right down here, which will be a very easy and smooth process. Like you guys saw earlier in the video, I tried to go to the dollar store to get a couple more bins, but unfortunately they don't have any. And with parting out the flower set, that's actually all the Lego set parting out I'm going to do for right now. I do have these 2 sets here. These are the only 2 sets that I have left here in my BrickLink room to part out. It is the Batwing Batman versus the Joker. This is a cool set for sure. However, I'm not going to part it out right now just because I want to see if I can try and maybe either get a few more or just wait until I have a little bit more time to do the part out. As you guys see, unfortunately, I only have 2, which it sucks to part out a set with only 2 copies because you're just getting a lot of lots and not a lot of like quantity of pieces. And when people order, I find they often want quantities, or they would just maybe buy 2 of the copies of the set themselves. So what I've done, and this is actually an idea that somebody gave me on my last BrickLink vlog, is when you're having a set sitting here and not parting it out right away, list it on your BrickLink store for either the part out price, say this set parts out for about $80. You could, list it for like $80 or maybe list it for $60 or something like that. Odds are it's not going to sell, but he said that sometimes he does sell the set anyway. So, that is a good thing I would say to do. I'm not quite ready to part that set out. However, I just don't want it sitting there and just collecting dust and not making me any money. So if somebody buys a copy of the set, that's great. Maybe I don't get as much money as I would when I part out the set, but I still get a decent chunk of change, and it's actually probably more money because it's a lot less work for me to just sell the set whole than to part it out. So I guess it's kind of a bit of a win-win, but for the meantime, I'm not going to part that one out. However, I am going to start putting all of these parts away in my Lego inventory or my BrickLink room inventory because I want to get them into the store, into the proper place they need to be. I'm going to do that now because it feels so good when all the inventory is away and where it should be. Score! I came to a different dollar store today and I actually found the bins I need and the envelopes I need. This is a huge win. My local dollar store, I guess, just didn't have them, but this one does. All right, back home now from the dollar store with my new shoe boxes and my new bubble mailers. So I'm going to go ahead and put these where they belong in the BrickLink room. So I went ahead and put all of my new boxes in here, which is great. I got them all labeled. I won't need these for a while. I kind of jumped the gun on buying them. Like, it'll be probably a few months before I get past 1100, just because I don't really have any sets to part out right now. So it might be a while, but at least I've got them now and I won't be chasing for them later on, which is really good. And then of course I've got all my bubble mailers right here ready for some new orders to come. So with that, you guys, I actually think I'm going to wrap up the BrickLink vlog here. I really did get a lot done in this episode. The BrickLink room looks really clean. I added thousands of new parts to the store, shipped a bunch of orders, reorganized everything, and yeah, it's looking really, really good. So I'm excited for the future. As I said at the start of this video, I think BrickLink could be a much more viable source of income here for my Lego operations in 2025, and this video is just kicking off that thought process for this year, and I hope to only build on it from here and really grow the store. Right now I've got over 60,000 parts in the store, which makes me a pretty small store, so hopefully maybe by the end of 2025 I can get up to 100,000, which would be really cool. So yeah, I've got lots more coming, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for that journey with me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys here in the next video.